How to find time for what you love when you're tired. Adulting is hard. Yes, it is. And we are all tired. Not the physical tiredness that comes from a long run or a day of manual work, but something heavier. The fatigue of giving yourself to things that don't fill you back up. The cruel irony is that when we're most drained, we abandon the very things that might restore us. We tell ourselves we're too tired to paint, to write, to play music, to call that friend who makes us laugh. Instead, we reach for the screen, the scroll, the numbing comfort of nothing. I'm trying to see tiredness differently. Sometimes we're not depleted. We're just uninspired. There's a difference between being spent and being unfed. One is about lacking energy. The other is about how we've used it. When you've poured yourself into work that doesn't matter to you, into obligations that feel hollow, that's not the same as having nothing left. It's having given everything to the wrong things. The question isn't really about finding time. We all have the same hours. The question is about finding a different time and approaching it differently. Start absurdly small. Not 2 hours on Sunday to finally start that project. Not even 30 minutes. Try 15. Try 10. Lower the bar until it feels almost insulting to your ambition. Then lower it again. On hard days, if I can't write an 800-word essay, I'll settle for 300 words. But I know one day a 2-minute thread note will be enough. Humans, we are messy. We romanticize our passions. We imagine that to paint, we need the whole afternoon, the perfect light, the inspired mood. To write, we need silence, clarity, and 3 uninterrupted hours. And when we don't get those things, we do nothing. Remember that a tired mind can still hold a pen. Weary hands can still touch piano keys or guitar strings. You don't need to create a masterpiece. You need to remember why you wanted to develop in the first place. I am not the best writer you'll ever read, but one who permits themselves to do it badly, briefly, and on most days barely. I know at the end of a draining day, there's still a part of me that wants to play. Do it. The momentum builds without you noticing. You won't suddenly have more energy. Life won't become less demanding, but you'll start to remember why you wanted that energy in the first place. And memory, not willpower, is what carries you forward. Discipline gets you to the door. Love gets you through it. Following your passions doesn't require grand gestures. It requires small, almost stubborn acts of attention. A sketch before bed, a paragraph on your lunch break, 5 minutes with your guitar while the kettle boils. Don't wait until you feel rested. Don't wait until you have the perfect conditions or the ideal amount of time. Just begin, barely. Let the thing you love prove it still matters, even when you're running on fumes. I don't know about you, but if I'm going to get tired, I'd rather do it doing what I love. The exhaustion you feel is partly the weight of neglecting the parts of yourself that need expression. So feed them, even just a little, even when it feels impossible. Start tonight. 15 minutes. Watch what happens when you stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting to feel rested. Learn how to feed your soul and find time for what you love by lowering the bar and starting small, even on your hardest days.